There's a lot of cowboy songs about bad horses, probably more than there are about good horses. And this particular one is called the Zebra Dun. We were camped upon the plains at the head of the Cimarron. Along come a stranger and he stopped to argue some. He looked so very foolish, we began to look around. Thought he was a greenhorn just escaped from town. Well, we asked if he'd had breakfast, and he hadn't had a smear. So we opened up the chuck box and bade him take a share. He took a little coffee, some biscuits and some beans. Then he began to talk about them foreign kings and queens, about the Spanish War and fighting on the sea, guns as big as steers, ramrods as big as trees, about Paul Jones, a fighting son of a gun, who was the grittiest cuss that ever pulled a gun. Such an educated feller, his thoughts just come in herds. He astonished all the cowboys with his jaw-breaking words. He just kept right on talking till he made the boys all sick. We began to look around just how to play a trick. Well, he said he lost his job up on the 7D, was riding across the plains for to strike the Santa Fe. He didn't say how come, he had some troubles with his boss, and asked if he could borrow him a nice fat saddle horse. Well, this tickled all the boys to death, they laughed right up their sleeves. We'll loan you a horse, slick and fat as you please. Old Shorty grabbed a lariat and roped the Zebra Dun, turned him over to the stranger, and we waited for the fun. Well, old Dunny was an outlaw who'd grown so very wild. He could paw the white of the moon every jump for a mile. But old Dunny, he just stood there as if he didn't know, until he was all saddled and ready for to go. When the stranger hit the saddle, old Dunny quit the earth, traveled right straight up for all that he was worth, a pitching and a squealing and a throwing wall-eyed fits, his hind legs perpendicular, his front ones in the bits. You could see the tops of mountains under Dunny every jump, but the stranger, he was just sat there like a camel's hump. The stranger sat upon him and twirled his black mustache, just like a summer boarder a-waiting for his hash. Well, he thumped him in the shoulders and he spurred him when he whirled, to show them flunky punchers he's the wolf of the world. And when he had dismounted once more upon the ground, we knowed he was a thoroughbred, not a gent from town. Well, the boss, he was a-standing there a-watching of the show. He stepped up to the stranger and said, "You needn't go. If you can throw the lariat like you rode the Zebra Dun, you're the man that I've been looking for since the year of one." Well, he could throw the lariat, and he didn't do it slow. He'd catch those hind legs 9 out of 10 for any kind of dough. And when the herd stampeded, he was right there on the spot, until he had a millin' like the boiling of a pot. Well, there's one thing, and a sure thing, I learned since I've been born: every educated feller ain't a plumb greenhorn.